Well, hey guys, Scott with BWSR Bushcraft. I think it's the 27th of August. I say I think because I've been so busy. It's Saturday, okay, the 27th, 2022. I'm just finishing out the zinnia garden here, and what I wanted to do was just talk about efficiency. Kind of give you a little bit of an analogy type thing. As you can see, I got a whole bunch of holes drilled in here. No, I do not have Jurassic fire ants. I have a tool that I picked up, and I'm not advertising this or anything. I'm using it as an analogy. Before I was laying out string, okay, about every foot, and it bunched them up pretty good. Did a great job. Oh, here, let's say hello to one of our friends here. Yeah, we got another one right there. Oh, these guys make my day. I'm telling you, they really, really do. The bumblebees haven't been around for a few days. We got some pretty heavy rain last night, and the butterflies are starting to taper off. The zinnias are starting to kind of, the flowers are just kind of disappearing. They're getting more like this, okay? So in the fall, I think these will all just be gone by September. But I'm just going to plant a few more just to see what takes. But getting back to this, what I was doing is I was laying out string, measuring. Okay, because that's all I really knew at the time, okay? That's what I knew how to do. Well, the analogy is, with what we're going through right now, look at the beauty of that. Look at that. Look at the vibrancy of that blue. What we're going through right now is even more changes, okay? The feds are raising this interest. The housing market is crashing. Thousands of cars are being repoed by the day. All you have to do is just go online and research it. Very simple, okay? I got this a while back because I planted a flower bed in the front of the house. And I'd actually gone in the hardware store a couple of times. The first couple of times I saw it, I thought, nah, I don't want to spend the money on that, I would rather just, I'll go ahead and dig the hole. Well, I woke up one day and I said, you know what, I'm going to go down and get that thing. It was only like 14, 15, 17 bucks. I can't even remember. Let me tell you something. What a fantastic time-saving tool, okay? I didn't grid these out with string. I just guesstimated a foot, and if I do say so myself, I think it turned out pretty good. Now, a couple of things. It just came by experience, okay? And what I'm saying now is if you're not preparing, or if you're pretending that things aren't going downhill the way they are in this nation, you're gonna have a brick wall right on top of you. I don't know what else to say, guys. It's beyond unbelievable, okay, as to what's going on daily. So, getting back to the analogy. If you're preparing and you're out there doing everything you can, I'm laying out the string, it's time consuming, and all this, and they came up pretty good. Now I see how they came up, okay? It's not going to matter if one is 13 inches, one's 14, got them guesstimated at 12 inches. So what I'm saying is, you gotta, if you've been preparing, just look for more ways to become efficient, okay? I did all this maybe in 10 minutes, if that. I just started here, did these. I cut a grid. I made it all the way up here, and then I just started rowing them out, okay? So I've done videos in the past where, consolidation is key, getting things in order, because you're going to need the space. You're going to have your head space clear, guys, to be able to think. In my neck of the woods, just in the last couple of weeks, I kid you not. There really isn't anywhere that I can drive here anymore. I'm talking about going into town, which is about 8-9 miles, and in a 3-4 mile radius without seeing something for sale. It's either a truck, a camper, a boat, a pontoon boat. I mean, all these things that these people bought during party time, during, the free money stuff. And this is what I'm talking about. And you're going to see, most of you on other channels hearing about it. And so I spent the money on this. I'm glad I did, because I am seeing so many different ways that I can, use this. I mean, this is a time saver. And time we can't get back, guys. You just can't get it back. I just want to get them in, set it and forget it. I want to show you something else. I just got these guys in, okay? It's a system. You want to start building a system for your own personal life, because this government, I think everybody can see what their system is. They're running this nation right into the ground. Financially, morally, ethically, okay? So what I had originally done, okay, and it took me a few times just to kind of look at this thing. I put all these T-posts in. I even strung up some of that wire right here, because I was going to put, a big, fence, because the deer and the rabbits will sit here and just eat that stuff, and apple tree and berry trees, or berry bushes, they'll just eat it down to nothing in it. I mean, I'll wake up the next day and it'll all be gone. Well, this just didn't feel right, okay? It was stupid. With respect that, how do I get in there? Now, some of you may go, hey, we've been doing it like this forever. Well, I haven't, okay? And, I got so many different things going to prepare for the next 6, 9, 12 months. And that's what I'm trying to get at. This is what you want to do. Think for the next 3, 6, 9, 12 months on, making your life, your household more efficient. So what I did, I just measured out 5 feet, threw in a red raspberry. This blackberry has been in here 6 months. That is the best that it's ever looked. I kid you not. I mean, this just happened in the last week. It wasn't growing. I just let this place go. I said, forget it, I had other things. So I woke up and I go, I'm just going to put these cages. I just made them. I made circles. This is about 3 foot around. Those are 2. And I got 1, 2, 3 more berries, and then an apple tree to put in there. And then I'll be done. This log right here, this thing was way up on the other side of the property. Had to cut it, I don't know, 1.5 years ago because it died. Well, what got me to dragging this thing out here was we had a real hard rain probably about 2 weeks ago. I mean, and it just washed all the water. I mean, like a sheet of glass. And all this dirt just, it blew. This thing was a mess. I had to clean this out and get it back smooth. So I put the log here, and then what I'll do is I'll just come back and I'll just throw some dirt all along here and pack that. So if we have a very wet winter, that water's going to hit here, boom, run down, and not wash this stuff out. So, learning along the way. Okay, so now, if I wanted to, I would just use this same system all over the property, everywhere. I mean, just go like gangbusters. So what I'm saying is, if you'll start thinking like that, just more efficient, how can I do this simpler? Okay, remember, keep it very, very simple, because in times of trouble, the more complex things are, you're not going to remember all of that. When it's fight or flight, you're only going to have your major, muscle groups. All the micro stuff kind of goes out the window. And so you want to have everything in order. But the main thing is right now, start thinking about how can I be more efficient. Now, I want to just go back to here for a minute. That was 14, 17 bucks. I don't remember. Okay, I had the drill. That was my work drill. That thing is made out of steel. It's not going to go bad, and it's an investment. Because when I get something, I go, okay, how often am I going to use it? Well, let me tell you, anytime I'm putting something in, what I did? Anytime I'm putting something in, I don't dig the hole. You know, I just drill it with that thing. What I did, these holes have been shoveled out, and they're soaking. I ran a string, okay, center line, and then marked it with a rock. I just came by with that, and I just punched a hole in there so I knew where the center line was. And then I filled that with water. Next day I came back, dug it out. Yesterday, it was only about 3 days old. I filled it back up, and today I just dug all this a little bit more out. I'm just going to let it soak overnight. And then, all in one day, maybe early next week, I got to get this about 2 feet because I'm going to amend the soil here. You can't just use this clay dirt. It'll choke them out. I'll just come in and probably in the matter of 4 hours or whatever, depends on how hot it is. It's really hot and humid today. I'll have the rest of them in. I got to make 2 more of these cages, and then I just set in the T-post, as you can see right here. And then something else on efficiency. This is just big old huge, what is that, Velcro. You have to have something to keep this here. I woke up this morning and 2 of these were all flopped over because last night I just set them on top, right? And so along the lines of efficiency, I'm thinking, well, sometimes I might have to get in here and just kind of weed it. And well, how am I going to do that if I baling wire? I don't want to undo the baling wire. I had zip ties on here a couple days ago. I don't want to waste, $2, $3 worth of zip ties every time I come out here. So I remembered I had some of this stuff on a roll. I think you can get this stuff like at Harbor Freight. I can't remember where I got this stuff. I think at a backpacking store because I used it when I was backpacking a lot. Works great for strapping stuff on your pack. I think that's what it was. I probably had about 4 or 5 feet of this stuff. So I had a little bit left over, and I strapped it on there. It's waterproof. Water ain't going to hurt it. And now that cage ain't going nowhere. The deer aren't going to move it. Rabbits aren't going to move it. The wind, it's not going to move it. So that's another thing that I want to give you an example of efficiency. So I went from zip ties to the thought of wire, and I'm going, I don't want to unwire the wire every time. You know what I mean? All I got to do, check it out. Bingo. And I can get in there, and then just, that's it, and then just put it back on. So that's what this video is about, is becoming more efficient. And more efficient will produce more of an effective result for you, and you won't be wore out. So, guys, I hope this video is helpful. I haven't done videos in a while. I've been busy. Just doing what I'm telling you here is attempting to become more efficient, because it'll give you more time to do, either the things that you want to do, whether that's relaxing a little bit, or once your mind is calm, you'll start getting other ideas, and then they'll just start flowing. So, at any rate, not too many butterflies here. Let's come back here, see if he'll let me. Oops, if I don't trip and fall on this thing. Let's just get right down there. So, at any rate, guys, it's been Scott with BWSR Bushcraft. Till next time, pack light, pack tight, stay hydrated.